today is the focal point where all that is non-physical is focused upon your time-space reality for the powerful and important experience of enjoying the new explosion of new ideas in this moment. And every moment of every day for all eternity will be that and nothing more than that. And in 2013, we'll have the same conversation. In 2014, we'll have the same conversation. In 2015. In other words, it's someone wanting to explain, getting parts of it from this non-physical awareness of the power of this now. What people are beginning to feel all around your planet is the power of focus. We've been saying that these are the best of times, and they're also the worst of times because they are the most of times. So those who are focusing in alignment with their grid are just having the exhilaration and are experiencing the benefit, not just of what's going on your planet today, but of everything that has been going on from the beginning of all consciousness, you see. This power and clarity and intelligence and love that we all are is as a result of the culmination of all that we have lived. We just want our physical friends to consciously acknowledge the existence of this expanded version of life experience and to allow themselves the benefit of it in the here and now. So as this energy is moving faster, because the contrast is greater, that means that when you're in alignment with who you really are, your experience is dramatically enhanced. And when you're out of alignment with who you really are, your experience is dramatically enhanced. In other words, it's just more obvious than it has ever been before. We've been saying for a long while that those who have and those who have not are going to be more exaggerated because you get what you think about. And it does not matter how hard you try to reorganize everything in terms of physical action. The laws of the universe are so powerful that it returns to its vibrational place. We want you to know that in every moment of every day, you have the potential of allowing a larger part of you forward. And it happens to people when they get themselves often into a very precarious position where something really matters. Sometimes they feel a power beyond measure, as you say, a clarity beyond measure. Someone earlier today was talking about it coming in spurts. It didn't feel sustainable, but it is more sustainable than you know. The combination of powerful wanting and allowing of that power to flow through you is really what all of you intended as you came into this physical experience. Not one of you said, I'll go forth, mix it up, figure out what I want and deprive myself of it by my attitudes and opinions about things. Not one of you said that. Every one of you said, I'll go forth, I'll figure out what I want. It will be held into a sort of vibrational escrow for me until I'm able to figure out how to come into vibrational alignment with it. And when I do, a manifestation will occur. And then I will have a new vibrational stance from which I will compare again and ask again and line up again and receive again. In other words, you know that it's this ongoing cycle. So when you ask a question about your inner being, about that larger part of you, we want to bring into the discussion the word blended or blending. We want you to feel the blending of you and you. And we want the understanding of blending to be so significant that it's not even the blending between you and you, it's just you. We just want you to be present. But who are you? Who are you is the combination of all of this. Who you are is someone who explores and comes to personal decisions and then who allows the personal understanding and knowledge and beingness of that broader, wiser, older self to flow with you in this moment. And if you can just blend those unique perspectives and recognize that you're in alignment or you're not, and when you feel good you are, and when you feel bad you're not, and just leave it at that. If you could just let your dominant intent be to be standing in a place where you are aligned with the central grid of who you are, then everything else will take care of itself. So here's how it all worked out. You come, you bang around, you interact with others, you know what you don't want, you know what you do want, you develop all kinds of opinions and behavioral patterns, and through much of that you're creating life by default because you really don't know for sure consciously what you're doing, except every step along the way you did have emotion that was letting you know how you felt. For the most part, you didn't really know what that meant. And that is really interesting to us, that the scope of humanity can be moving around, feeling things that feel good and feeling things that feel bad, and not have any real understanding that the better it feels, the better it is. How you got crossways of that one took some convincing by those who wanted your attention upon them, who wanted their life to be better, who believed that in order for their life to be better, you needed to conform to their desires. In other words, I would feel better if you would behave in a way that would make me feel better. And if I can control you, I will, because my feeling good really matters to me. And if I can't control you, then I'll just get more forces around me to try to control you, because feeling good is what I really want. So what are some of the things that we've sort of set aside here? We're asking you to stop measuring yourself against anyone else. We're asking you to acknowledge the wholeness of who you were coming in and all that you've added to it ever since. We're asking you to acknowledge that law of attraction has gathered the cooperative components and that they're standing in the wings ready to move into your experiences at any time. And we're asking you to do one singular thing. Chill out. Find a reason to feel good. Don't use verbiage that makes you feel overwhelmed. Don't make it bigger than you are. Make it in the wings. Make yourself ready. Make it ready for you. Make you ready for it. Acknowledge its loving content. Acknowledge your worthy relationship with it. You don't have to consider what everybody else wants. You only have to consider what you've got in your vortex. And you don't even have to consider what's in your vortex. Now we want you to only consider what you're doing vibrationally with your grid, which lets it in. We've been telling you for a while, you've done enough sifting and sorting, and you've put enough in your vortex to keep yourself busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes. So what's it all about, Abraham? Why am I here? I came, I filled up my vortex. Now what do you want me to do? And we say, we want you to have a good moment right now. We want you to have a good moment right now. We want you to have a good moment right now. What's it for? What is life all about? Well, it's this triad of intentions of freedom and growth and joy. The basis of your life is freedom. The intense desire of your life, the goal of your life is joy. Then everything else just falls right into place. You cannot cease expansion. But you can have all kinds of expansion while you hold yourself away from the joy, you see. And so here's all of this amassing of interesting, delicious, beautiful, intelligent, wanted things. Everything from possessions to ideas to understandings to beingness. In other words, it's all there. This expansive collection of your ideas is divine and magnificent. And here you are, letting it in or not, doing a little bit of all of it, but not able to define it because it's been going on for so long and it is so much. And it's been added to by others who know it too. So your vortex is huge in relationship to where you stand. Let's just stay there for just a bit. Now, we've been talking to you through endless processes for a long time. But today we're talking about this vibrational grid that is emotionally based, and that if you're selfish enough to care about how you feel, and you're willing to practice good feeling thoughts enough that you got a pretty good habit of it going, then you can click in with the core of who you are. And once you've done that, this huge compilation of all things wanted by you will make their way into your experience in perfect timing. Not an avalanche that would just overwhelm you, but in perfect timing. Every idea in the world not coming to you all at once, just the one that matters right now with this gadget that you're fussing with right now. Every piece of information not coming, every joke you've ever heard not coming to you right now, just the one that applies to this situation that will be most received and appreciated by those who are around you. In other words, bit by bit, the manifestations filling into this grid because they've been collected, but they're coming to you in this pointed now. We've attempted to say that in so many different ways. We said the creative process is 3 steps. Step 1 is you ask, and contrast helps you do that. Step 2 is source answers. That's that vortex gathering. And step 3 is You must find a way of allowing it so that it can manifest in your experience. We're just today wanting you to understand that you can't conceive of all that you've been, and you can't conceive of all that you will be. You can't even, from your physical human perspective, conceive of all that you are. But you can very well be focused in this powerful now, in an attitude of love and appreciation of self and others. And you can achieve a vibrational alignment that will allow, in the precise timing and movement, everything that is necessary and allowable by you in this moment in time to happen, which will make for a really good moment now, and a really good moment now, and a really good moment now, and a really good moment now, sustainable, a really good moment now, and a really good moment now, and a really good moment now. For Esther, once Jerry reemerged into non-physical, it sort of lighted up the trail in a powerful new way for her, because she became aware of things that, even though she'd heard us say it for quite a while, she didn't understand it fully. And that was that Jerry's interest in this work and in you and in this equipment and in this platform and in this forum and in this leading edge conversation did not end with his reemergence into non-physical. It continues, but it continues non-resisted. In other words, it continues. Now his attention to it and his interest in it is as keen as it ever was. It's just absent of any resistance, you see. And so, as Esther feels his eagerness about what's taking place in a conversation like this, she can hardly wait. She's getting a transcription of it. Someone is transcribing it word for word, and Esther sits with that transcription and allows everything that Abraham and Jerry are thinking and feeling about it to come through, in other words, and the accentuation of what's going on here in this room will be embellished hundreds and thousands of times fold as she allows their focus to focus upon it again. You see what we're getting at? For us to try to explain to you who you are required that we first let you understand that you are more than you see here in this physical body, that there's another part of you. But in doing that, we sort of split you up more than we wanted to. We made the physical you, we made the inner being you. What we really want is a blending of the two of you. We really want the two vantage points that equal you to be blended together in a powerful moment. And you know when you are reveling in a joyous moment that you've accomplished that, you see. So your only work, once it's in the vortex, is to accomplish a grid that allows it to fill in. Toward what end? That's the question that we want you to ask of yourself and answer. Toward what end? Toward what end? Why do you want the grid to fill in? Why would it be important that the grid fills in? We can only think of one reason. Why is it important that the grid fills in? You might like it. It's the culmination of what you've been putting there. But what trips you up is, if you need to see it before you like it, then you hold it off. You gotta like it before you see it, and then it will come and show more of itself to you. You gotta believe it before you see it, and then it will show itself to you. You must become the vibrational sensor and responder that you were born to be, you see. It may seem odd to you because here you are, manifested versions of that which is us, and we're trying to teach you how to be less manifested so that you can be more manifested. But we're trying to teach you to care less about the manifestation so that you can align with more that you want, so that your manifestations are more of what you do want and less of what you don't want. And what would be the reason for that? You might like it. You're supposed to feel good. Life is supposed to be fun. You didn't say, I'll go make the world a better place because it needs to be a better place. You said, I want in on this game. I want to go have some fun here. I want to apply my mind to that. I want to apply my unique perspective to that. I'd like my ideas to add to that. Why? Does the world need me? No. Somebody else will figure it out if I don't. Then why? Because it's fun to figure it out. It's fun to be interested. It's fun to observe. It's fun to conclude. It's fun to launch rockets. It's fun to be out of whack and then to deliberately get into alignment. It's fun to feel movement. It's fun to feel energy. It's fun to be powerful. It's fun to take the energy that creates worlds and flow it to the specifics of something that matters to me. It's fun to watch universal response. It's fun to attract momentum. It's fun to gather others. It's fun to feel the fullness of who I am. It's fun to revel in the value of others. It's fun. It's really fun to be physically alive. It's fun to be out on the leading edge. It's fun to be a powerful creator. It's fun to know my power. It's fun to know who I am. It's fun to love me. It's fun to love them. It's fun. It's who I am. I can't cease being.